Today on Project GR86, we will be installing a Delicious Tuning Flex Fuel Kit. Some of the reasons why you may want this Flex Fuel Kit, or the advantages are, when you go to get tuned, you can get tuned for more power. It will adjust from, say, 93 or 91, whatever you have in your area. As some areas, premium is 91. It will adjust knowing how much alcohol content or ethanol content you're adding, and add more timing. And when it adds more timing, it increases the power. Let's get this started. Today's video is supported by my Amazon affiliate link in the description below. Please check out that list, as it will have parts I may have already installed in past videos, and it will have a curated list of other products I recommend. I really appreciate your support. Now let's get back to the video. Included in the kit here, you will get the two fuel lines that you need. Of course, one is longer and shaped different than the other. The one box will have all the wiring harness, along with the backing plate and adapters here and hardware here. The other box here, your little 5 horsepower stickers here. More 5 horsepower stickers. Your 10 horsepower jet tag. Your little fuel sensor with the fuel in and out. And your electronic sensor kit. First step would be to remove the 20 amp fuse over here. If we do not do this, you will lose a lot more fuel. You'll just take your little, on the passenger side, you'll take your little fuse panel off. And it's this second 20 amp fuse here. It's the kind of yellowish green colored one here. We'll take our little fuse puller that's right here. And we'll just remove the fuse. This is so you don't lose as much fluid, as much fuel. And then we're going to start the car and let it run until all the fuel's out of the lines, or most of the fuel's out of the line. The tools you'll need will be a 10 millimeter to disconnect your battery, as you need to do that because you're playing with electronic wiring harnesses. You'll need a flathead screwdriver, and you will need a 12 millimeter, as the 2 bolts have to come off here on your crossbars that usually are OEM here for your fuel sensor to come in. We'll start over here at the battery. I get kind of OCD with this kind of stuff, so I'm gonna cover it up here in a rag so it doesn't touch anything. Don't want it touching any metal. This whole project will be done from the driver's fender side. Right here by your strut tower. Your ABS modules here, and your fuel lines come off over here. There's 3 fuel lines here on this harness here. There's a little, we'll have to unclip it here. And we'll be moving these two lines around. I'll show you that here in a few. Very simple, just to pop this guy open here. It's kind of on a little hinge. Just be careful, it's plastic here. And then way down in there is the 2 little blue clips. Not sure if you can see that there, but we'll need to remove those 2 on the first 2 lines, fuel lines there. There you go. So actually all you do there is put your little screwdriver behind it, and you just kind of, your flathead, and just kind of turn it, and it'll pop them open. So now those are ready to be pulled off, those first 2 there. And you're going to lose some fuel, so get a rag or some paper towels or something out and try to stick it under here. There's no way around it, you're going to lose fuel. Then push them out of the clips here, the plastic clipper. Pull it up, there goes the fuel. I knew it was going to come out. Yeah, I had to push down on the actual fuel rail, and I did lose a lot. There's a lot over my hands and in the rag here. And this first one just comes out, I believe. It's gone. It's going to be gone. That's where your new line goes. So while we got that up here, let's just go ahead and take it off here. You'll take your little screwdriver here again, unclip the little clipper very carefully. Okay, it's open now. And then again, it's got another blue thing on the top here. That one there is off now. We'll set that one to the side and you won't use it again. So now this fuel line here that was your right side down in here will now need to go into your left side here. Once you have the first one clipped in here, down in here, just put your hand down in here on the first fuel line, push this one on to it, and then make sure the blue little clipper is pushed in all the way, and then kind of pull up on the rubber hose here. Make sure it's in. Kind of pull down on the metal line too. That's how you know it's clipped in. So I'm going to kind of skip around here now because I want to make sure that I get this wiring harness right. So again, here on the fender is the wiring harness. This is what you'll want to make sure of in the beginning. As you can see, I have 8 little prongs here. Some of the models, the earlier models, have 11, I believe. Now that we've got it unplugged from here, we'll plug in our new harness, snake it through, and then we'll come back to the sensor and fueling. The harness itself, on the driver's side again, I put it down into here. Cables went down. Made sure I stayed under. Through here. Put them underneath the fuel lines, across, and then there's a channel right here where this brace is, or bracket, and I put them under and through here. That's why I did it before finishing the fuel lines, so I could get them behind the 3 fuel lines that come up, underneath and down, and wrap them around. So they're kind of going like, and then up, so they can look as good as I can get them here. And then this little one will go on the sensor at a later time. And then these are the 2 plugs you have to put through. It is possible to get them underneath this silver line here, down here through underneath. The fuel lines are here and it's over here. And then we'll plug it in. Just kind of piggybacks. It's common sense how these 2 plug. Make sure you got them both fully seated. We'll tie this up and beautify later. So now we're going to take our shorter of the lines here, take off their little caps here. And we'll put this one in the center over there. For your little sensor here, you'll have this metal plate here that comes in this bag here with your Velcro and this hardware here. You'll come with your nut, your lock nut, your washer, and your Allen-headed screw, Allen-headed bolt here. It's a 10 millimeter on the bottom. To be honest, I'm not sure what size this is. I'll try to look on my tools and put it below here. Now that I've got that done, I'm going to remove the 2 12 millimeter bolts from your, if you had the factory braces, the V braces, they would be here. I'm going to go ahead and plug this guy up. Looks like it goes, yeah, they changed the way it works. No, it goes backwards here. The tabber goes down. That's in. If you can see, this here is rubbing now. You can actually see here that it's hitting. So I'm going to need to turn it over here. Turn the hose over here. Now, just make sure it's not touching here or here. And it is off now. The fuel line coming off the rail up, the shorter one that come in the kit, will go on this side. And then the new longer one here will go down here, right, hopefully you can see it right here. Snake around, so I'm going to go under here. It's going to go back through the little harness there that it was in and snake over to this side over here. See how it's between them? And then just plug that guy in. Make sure everything clicks into place. You heard it click, so it looks like it is. Down here, everything looks solid. I'm pulling on the fuel lines, trying to remove them, and they're not wanting to remove. Get your little towel out of there. There's a wiring harness, a main wiring harness here that goes down and into the cab here. It's this big thick one here. You'll need to remove it from the side over there. Just kind of clips on there. What I did here was took my longest clip tool, kind of got it under there. As you can see, there's a little clipper in there. Maybe see. Got it off the wall there. It's unclipped. Because right here is where you're going to be putting this little wiring harness box. This guy right here will go back there with these Velcro pads here. So you're going to take your wiring harness, you're going to pull upon the purple to unclip it. It'll only go on one way, of course. And then you'll push it down, and then you'll clip this clipper back in. After you got it down, lock it in just like it did there. And we're going to put our Velcros on it and stick it to the wall. You can put both on here at the same time, but with the carpet side down. And then I'm going to take and peel this other side, the sticky, the plasticky side off, and push the whole thing onto the wall and see what happens here. I got it all installed now. It's pretty simple. Just make sure you button everything back up, like your little clipper here, and your lines back in. Again, pull up and down, make sure they're tight on the hoses, these little plastic rubber clip things, the elbows that clip in. And then zip tie it up, make it beautiful. As many zip ties as you need. They do not supply them. This is what I wound up with over here. Don't know if you can see it, but it's right here on the side. I wound up getting it to attach. It is very cumbersome because it is kind of round there. You have to find the right spot. Zip tied it down. I snaked it underneath the fuel lines and up. And don't forget to put your fuse back in and your battery on. You're going to need to check and see if you have fuel leaks. They recommend pressing the button to start the car but not fully start the car 10 times to see if you have a fuel leak. So have somebody outside under the engine bay looking. It's a very simple modification if you're trying to get that extra bit out of your GR86 BRZ. I do recommend it. If you're getting a tune, go with the flex fuel tune. Then you have the option of 91, 93, E85, E50, a combination. It will sense and know. It's smart. You will need to get a tune after installing this, and I do need to get a tune. It will be in the next video, so please stay tuned. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, put a little something positive out there, and positivity will find you. Peace out.